8:22.
It's Mornings with Al Ferraby on CFAX 1070.
I'm pleased to make this official this morning. I can officially call you Mayor of Victoria. Will you please say hello to Lisa Helps, who's joining us live here at CFAX 1070. Hello and congratulations.
Thank you very much and good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us here today. And obviously yesterday, an inaugural address, and it carried a lot of things in it, that theme of love and respect, for example. However, overshadowed by the decision by you and 3 councillors who declined to swear allegiance to the Queen yesterday morning. Were you surprised by the reaction of that?
I have to admit, I was a little bit surprised, and what I would like to say, and what I've been saying to people who have written to me expressing displeasure, is that I apologize if my actions offended, or I guess in this case, my non-action. So really, truly, it was not meant to be offensive. It was not meant to be a statement against the Queen or the monarchy or our Constitution. What I really wanted to focus on yesterday was taking one oath. And that was the oath of office. That was my oath to serve the people of Victoria with integrity for the next 4 years. So that, for me, that's what the choice was about. I recognize that it has made some people angry, and I feel bad about that. I really do.
If you were going to do it over again, would you have done it differently?
Well, no, because at the same time, I think, some people said call the judge back and take the oath. And what I think also is that people want a mayor who is going to not flip-flop, who's going to be strong in her convictions, who is going to lead with integrity. And one of the things I said in my inaugural address, which is really important to me, is I welcome disagreement. I welcome difference of opinion. And I think the conversation has been really healthy. One of the unfortunate things, and I think this is part of our online culture, is people can disagree, but not a lot. Some people are disagreeing with disrespect. And, everybody who's written to me in emails, expressing displeasure, some, you political scumbag, you should resign right now. And, that's the extent of their email. I write back a very generous email explaining my position and saying, I welcome differences of opinion. I wish we could have respectful conversations, because they're important conversations. They really are.
Right. It should be noted, too, that Councillors Marianne Alto, Ben Isaacs, and Jeremy Loveday declined as well, and Pab Madoff did not make the pledge during the ceremony, but said she planned to and left it out in error for clarification on that. Why do you think certain people were ticked off by what happened?
Well, I think it goes very deep. Esquimalt Council and many other councils around the region and around the province haven't sworn allegiance to the Queen for a long time.
That's correct.
So I think, honestly, the root of it is that change is hard. Breaking with tradition is hard. And let's be clear, it's a tradition, it's a custom, it's certainly not the law. If I was required to serve and pledge an oath of allegiance to the Queen in order to serve as mayor, you bet I'd do it. Not interested in breaking the law or, going against something that's mandated. But change is really hard. Breaking with tradition is hard. And the irony, I think, is that I'm pretty sure I was elected on a mandate of change, of looking at things with a fresh perspective, of doing things a little bit differently. And I recognize that that's hard, and there will be hard conversations. So I think that's really the root of it, is that it makes people uncomfortable sometimes to see change.
It should be noted, too, because, yes, there were some people that didn't like it, and there were some people that were definitely in favor of what you did, and some people even suggesting to us this morning, why are you even talking about something like this? Should we not move on to some of the more important issues that are facing this city of Victoria? What's your response?
Well, I welcome that perspective. I mean, unfortunately, I guess, my inaugural address, which this is unique. It was crafted with input from council. I asked council, we've got time. What do you want me to say? So the inaugural address, which laid out some very clear principles for how we'd like to govern and work with citizens and businesses for the next 4 years, to me, that was that was the highlight of yesterday. And for people in that hall, that was very, very well received. And, it's up online on my website and has gotten lots of views. So I would like to move on, although I don't want to dismiss the feelings that people have had about this, because it's really important. This conversation is important. But sure, yeah, happy to move on.
Let me leave it with your final thoughts in our final minute here as to what you would like to say and address the citizens of Victoria that you will be representing for the next 4 years. What are we in store for?
What we're in store for, and again, this comes from conversations with council, what's in store is meaningful public participation, where we're asking for input regularly and in meaningful ways. Mutual respect, rebuilding a relationship between City Hall and the public, again, especially with regard to large-scale projects like the Johnson Street Bridge and sewage. You can anticipate a real focus on creating affordability and prosperity, and that means two things. It means continuing on the track of the things that have been done a little bit with affordable housing and so on, but it means broadening the conversation to ask, how can we truly, as City Hall and City Council, be a good partner to the creation of local wealth, the creation of local prosperity? I mean, it's called economic development, it's called job creation. It's called making sure that everybody in this city and quite frankly in this region has an opportunity to prosper. That's to me, that's where we focus, and that's a big question. The other thing I guess that can be anticipated is a real focus on citizen-led initiatives, neighborhood plans, transportation planning, placemaking, the kinds of things that make Victoria what it is and increase the quality of life of our residences and opportunities for our businesses.
Well, here's the first of many conversations we'll have with you, Lisa. She is the Mayor of Victoria, Lisa Helps, joining us live here at CFAX 1070. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Al. Take care.
8:28, and the news updated next on CFAX 1070.